Welcome class 6 in our e-learning class. Today we will resume reading from page number 59 of Honeysuckle book, and the chapter is a different kind of school. So before we resume reading, we can once recapitulate what we have read. That here we have seen this our writer. The name of the writer is, if you come to page number 62, you will come to know E.V. Lucas. So this writer E.V. Lucas, he had heard a lot about Miss Beam's school, and so he thought to just visit Miss Beam's school once. And the day he had come to Miss Beam's school, he felt it quite, he felt quite disheartened to look at the children who were somewhat physically challenged, like at the very beginning when he entered the school. At the time he saw that a girl whose eyes were bandaged, and she was being laid carefully between the flower beds by a little boy. So this sight, and not only about this sight only, when Miss Beam asked him to just look at the ground, or better to say that garden, when he had looked at the garden, there he had seen that many jolly children are there, but they were not at all quite healthy and active looking. This was some sort of disheartening matter for him. He became quite unhappy, and when he expressed his unhappiness, at the time Miss Beam explained him that what you are just looking, it's not true. That means what at present you can see, it's not true. The girl, or not the girl, better to say the children whom you can just find that they look like they are physically challenged, actually they are not so. It is according to their turn. They had to live the life of a blind or a deaf or a dumb or a lame, and they had to feel the pain which these people actually feel in their life, and this will help them to understand that in which way they must be providing their helping hand to them, in which way they must be supporting these people who require the support in actual sense. So let's continue from para number 10. There is no misery about it. Misery meaning difficulty, unpleasantness. Miss Beam continued, everyone is very kind, and it is really something of a game before the day is over, though even the most thoughtless child realizes what misfortune is. Thoughtless means careless. So according to Miss Beam, when the day is over, that means when the day of living the life of a blind or living the life of a deaf or a dumb or a lame is over, the child who had played the role of that blind or the deaf person or the dumb person on that particular day will understand what misfortune is, and from this experience only that child will learn how to help this physically challenged people in actual sense. The blind day is of course really the worst, but some of the children tell me that the dumb day is the most difficult. We cannot bandage the children's mouths, so they really have to exercise their willpower. Come into the garden and see for yourself how the children feel about it. So, according to Miss Beam, the blind day is the worst, but according to some children, the dumb day is the worst, because during this, that means on the day of the special dumb day, the mouths of the children cannot be bandaged, and they had to exercise their willpower. They had to just keep themselves in the correct path, that I will not cheat, and I have to be quite honest in living this life of a dumb for a day. So Miss Beam led me to one of the bandaged girls. Here's a gentleman come to talk to you, said Miss Beam, and left us. Don't you ever peep? I asked the girl. Oh no, she exclaimed. That would be cheating. But I had no idea it was so awful to be blind. Awful means bad. You can't see a thing. You feel you are going to be hit by something every moment. It's such a relief just to sit down. So, for a single day when this child, she had to play the role of a blind, it has become quite awful for her. It was really something frightening for her. And that's why she was thinking that every time, every moment, it was for me about, or I was feeling that I am just going to get hit by something. And it is such a relief for me just to sit down. So, are your helpers kind to you? I asked fairly. But they are not as careful as I shall be when it is my turn. So from this experience only, she had come to know that in actual world or in reality, in what sort of help she must be providing to a real blind person. Those that have been blind already are the best helpers. So those who have already experienced this day, they have become quite good helpers now, because they have understood in which way the help is required, in which area the help is required. It's perfectly ghastly not to see. I wish you'd try. Ghastly means quite frightening. Shall I lead you anywhere? I asked. Oh yes, she said. Let's go for a little walk. Only you must tell me about things. I shall be so glad when today is over. The other bad days can't be half as bad as this. Having a leg tied up and hopping about on a crutch is almost fun, I guess, because she had not experienced that what it is actually to be lame. That's why she's still thinking that just you have to hop and you have to take a crutch and you have to that means it can be quite fun for you. But she had added one thing, that I guess having an arm tied up is a bit more troublesome because you can't eat without help and things like that. I don't think I will mind being deaf for a day, at least not much. But being blind is so frightening. My head aches all the time just from worrying that I will get hurt. Where are you now? So she really felt it quite awful. This quite terrible, that being blind. In the playground, I said, we are walking towards the house. Miss Beam is walking up and down the garden with a tall girl. So here the writer, he is explaining, or not explaining, rather he is telling what is happening near around them. That means what he can see, he was narrating that. What is the girl wearing? My little friend asked. A blue cotton skirt and a pink blouse. I think it's Millie, she said. What color is her hair? Very light, I said. Yes, that's Millie. She's the head girl. There's an old man tying up roses, I said. So this man, that means the writer, he was going on narrating him or saying him what he can see. And in this way, this girl, she was able to identify, as she had identified Millie, the head girl. Now, it's a matter of this gardener. Yes, that's Peter. He's the gardener. He's hundreds of years old. My goodness. The gardener is hundreds of years old. And here comes a girl with curly red hair. She's on crutches. That's Anita, she said. And so we walked on. Gradually I discovered that I was 10 times more thoughtful than I ever thought I could be. So even the writer, he had become quite thoughtful, looking at all these people, that means looking at all these children playing the role of a blind or a deaf or a dumb or a lame. And I also realized that if I had to describe people and things to someone else, It made them more interesting to me. When I finally had to leave, I told Miss Bim that I was very sorry to go. Ah, she replied, then there is something in my system after all. So when the writer, he was about to leave the school at that time, he said that I am feeling very sorry that I have to go now. Then Miss Bim replied, yes, when you are feeling something like this, and that also the very day you have come for the first time, that means for the first time you have come to the school, and while leaving you are feeling that, that means you are feeling sorry to leave. That means there is something in my system which will or which makes you feel to stay for a long time here. That means it is something for the welfare of the society. It is something which can be proved beneficial for all these people who are actually blind, lame, deaf or dumb, that means physically challenged, and these children who are just getting this education that how to help these people. In future they will become such good citizens who will try to serve or who will try to help all these physically challenged people from the core of their heart, and also just thinking or trying to think the matter from their end. Their end here I want to mean from this physically challenged person. They will, as they are learning or they are getting experienced how the life can be, they can better guide them. They can guide them in a more better manner. Okay children, so today we have completed this chapter, and this is written by E.V. Lucas, and it is abridged and simplified, and in our next class we will try to solve all these book exercise. Till then, bye.